Welcome back to Take 5. I'm about to call in my sis Mutsa, and I have something that's been bothering me lately. Hi Mutsa, are you there?
Hello, Chelsea. I saw your message and I totally understand your situation and frustration.
Yes, I mean, why do I get hurt in relationships over and over again? Why do I attract the emotionally unavailable?
So, I won't pretend to have all the answers to that question, Chelsea, but I would like us to help each other in figuring out what the problem may be. So, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Amos 3, verse 3 says, "Do two walk together unless they have agreed to do so?" And this is exactly what relationships are about. Two people who are in agreement and decide to embark on this journey together. So why does it turn out so sour all of a sudden?
Yeah.
So, although these are two different questions that may also have different reasons, there's one common denominator, and that's you. So, in order to truly understand this, one would have to look deeper within themselves and ask what they may be doing wrong in their selection process. Why is there a continued pattern of heartbreak and emotionally unavailable
Yeah.
men or women?
It's almost like, dating the same person over and over again, just with a different name.
Exactly. It's so sad to note that sometimes we attract the emotionally unavailable
Yeah.
and always get hurt in relationships because we don't believe we deserve to be loved and we don't think we deserve good in our lives, causing us to turn down people that could have potentially made us happy and settle for the same old emotionally unavailable. So, psychologists agree that the selection process when it comes to dating is very much influenced by early childhood and relationships you had with your parents.
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
It's also shaped by the role models you had for romantic relationships during your childhood, whether it's people you saw in the community or on TV and such and such.
Really? I mean, that seems so early though, don't you think?
I know, but that's where the foundation is set. So your attraction to emotionally unavailable partners may be because your father was unavailable to you.
I'm sure you won't take that one easily.
Right? It's hard to admit, but maybe he didn't show you the love and care and affection that you needed. And research has shown that we are attracted to partners who seem familiar to us and have similar qualities to our parents. So, through observation, we tend to show these characteristics too. Another issue is that we believe we can fix people
Yeah.
in a relationship.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. So many people feel like, don't worry, I'll be able to change them. Don't worry, I'll be able to
Exactly.
make them into a better person. But
Exactly.
it's not possible.
So that's true. And many a times we ignore the red flags. You always see those signs
Yeah.
that tell you, this person might not be a good person, but we
Yeah.
always ignore them because we believe that we can change their nature.
Or because we're in love, love can blind you.
Exactly. Love can really blind you. So these common phrases that we say, they'll change, it'll get better. And then that's how the pattern is just created where one keeps getting hurt and attracted to the same unavailable partners. Yeah. And we also get too caught up in this getting to know each other excitement.
Oh my goodness.
Right? So much that we forget to ask the right questions and ignore the warning signs. We only see what we want to see. Like you said, love can blind you.
Yeah.
So that which we ignore is exactly what causes us pain later on. Because it never really does change. So the Bible does not lie when it says, the good person out of the treasure of their heart produces good, and the evil person out of the treasures produces evil. For it is out of the abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks. So are you listening carefully to the words coming out of their mouth, out of the mouth of your potential partner? In that moment, he or she may be saying all the right things. They always say, the romantic things. But are you truly listening with a discerning ear and reading between the lines. So, a famous author by the name Anthony Robbins stated that some of the biggest challenges in relationships come from the fact that many people enter into a relationship in order to get something that they're trying to find, someone who's going to make them feel good.
Yeah.
In reality, the only way a relationship will last is if you see your relationship as a place you can give rather and not get. So it's not a give or take. You need to be able to give and not be looking to take. That being said, are you coming into a relationship as a half full cup waiting to be filled?
Yeah.
Or a whole seeking to share that wholeness with another whole being?
And I feel like it's so important because, people come into relationships seeking to find someone who can fill that void, of which
Exactly.
you're supposed to come in whole, and that other person is supposed to come and add on to what is whole already.
Exactly. It's so sad that we now live in a society filled with empty and half full cups, drained by past relationships and life in general. So take time to fill your cup before you go and seek someone who you would want to share a life with.
Yeah. I never actually really thought of it. But yeah, that's so important. Work on yourself first. Learn about yourself first.
Exactly.
Fill up your cup, like you said, and
Exactly.
then start to look for the additives. It's almost like bake your cake first, ice it up, and then go buy the decorations and all of that other stuff. That's
Exactly.
what makes the cake whole.
Exactly. He's just coming to add on that decoration to the already full cake rather than starting to bake the cake for you all over again. True. So the list may be endless as to why these things happen because these are not the only reasons. However, one constant is that once we center not only our relationship but our selection process around God's standards and put all in God's hands, He is sure to help us make the choice that is specifically made for us. It not only describes to us what love should be or look like, but also showed us when He gave His Son to die for us.
Yeah, that's true.
So, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. And this is from Philippians 4, verse 6 to 8.
Thank you so much for that, Mutsa. I'll be sure to think on all this and take your advice. And like from this discussion that we've had, I know that I must come complete before seeking for someone to complete me rather. No one completes you. Know that you're whole in Christ. And make sure you run those standards by God first before saying, oh, this. So thank you so much. Now I know that I won't attract the emotionally unavailable. Thank you for joining this discussion. Sending you lots of love, light, and peace.